It's week 2 of the NFL preseason, where depth charts and playbooks will be put to the test. It's the Bears and the Patriots on Thursday night.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us roughly midway between Boston and Providence. Everybody knows it as Gillette Stadium in Foxborough. Brandon Gaunt and Charles Davis, happy to be back alongside you. And I'll tell you what, yes, it's just week 2 of the preseason, but now they've got one game under their belts. And a lot of guys trying to prove some stuff down on the field here today.
Not only that, these coaches like to win. And I used to think it really didn't matter who won in the preseason. Then I watch some of those shows that the NFL does, and you see the coaches in preseason after a loss jumping all over their guys. So I learned one valuable lesson. Wins and losses count no matter what.
Here's Cairo Santos now ready to get this one started. And we are underway in Foxborough. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. So here come the Patriots getting ready on offense. And a glance here at the man calling the plays under center, their 6'4" quarterback.
I tell you what, when he is on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one that's capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm talent when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the book, he's an asset to have in any offense.
DeMarcus Walker, give him the credit for the sack and a loss of 14 yards.
And so much for that great field position to start the game. Now they're way behind the sticks. Can't wait to see what their second down call is going to look like now.
A situation they'll certainly want to avoid going forward. An early second and long they're facing. Douglas, the man in motion. Off the play fake. Here's May. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Montez Sweat, the man that time to fight in and drop him. A miserable start here on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and very long. They'll throw with May. Open man is Osborne. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. They'll get 19 out of this, but it will still bring up a 4th down. So on 4th down, here's Bryce Behringer on to punt for the Patriots. So here are the Bears now for their opening drive. And they will be led out by their second-year quarterback.
His ability to adjust on the fly is almost unmatched in the game right now because it leads to a couple of snaps per game where you just sit back and ask yourself, how did he pull that off? Opponents can practice and prepare each and every week all they want, but this guy, he is hard to corral.
First carry for DeAndre Swift. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there.
Now that was an excellent run, and when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
Play action. Now Williams. And he will find the open man. It's DJ Moore. And he's brought down. A good pickup, 17 yards and a Bear first down.
Oh, I like that play call there. After a run for good yardage, you get a defense thinking they'll go back to the well. So that's a great time to call play action and give your receivers a little extra edge. And they complete the pass there for another first down.
To throw, it's Williams. That complete. It's Tyler Scott with it. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. From the 33, here's 2nd and 2. Off the play fake, it's Williams. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle 3rd. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down. They'll try and run here with Swift. And it was the stiff arm there that freed him enough to get the first before he's tackled. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks. They'll go play action here with Williams. They'll find Everett there, complete. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that'll bring up second down.
It's vitally important to wrap him up immediately, because if you let that big guy get a head of steam up, boy, then you've got real trouble trying to get him down.
But they're able to hold him to a short gain on first down. And he's going to have a gain of 11 to the 11 before he's brought down. 1st and 10. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
And the Bears are going to be set up with a 1st and goal. He couldn't quite reach the chalk, but they'll have it at the 1-yard line. Swift. Yeah, he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. The 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
Well, that's going to bring up a big call now, because he was unable to make the play himself on 2nd down. Now you just have to wonder, will they keep the ball in his hands on 3rd down?
They'll run with Swift. And he'll keep working toward that end zone as he's down to about the 2-yard line. Only a yard that time, so now a decision to be made here on 4th and goal. This is a long drive offensively. Wouldn't you hate to end this with just 3 points?
Doesn't it feel like during a ball game you have certain narratives going on, and there's certain drives that seem to take on just a bit more importance than others? This feels like one of those, doesn't it? To me, 3 points here, a major letdown. This is the time to go and put 6 on the board.
And he's not going to get in. They stop him at the 1. The run is turned away on 4th and goal from the 2. And the Patriots get the football back.
Partner, when you see a running play stop short like that, you just know that the defensive front, they won the battle of leverage and created the push back into the opposing backfield.
And for the offensive coordinator, whether you had 1 yard to go or 20 yards to go on 4th down, now you're probably saying, oh, maybe I should have passed it, right?
Yeah, hindsight is always 20/20.
Back to throw now in his own end zone. That's complete. Demario Douglas with it. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Now 2nd and 3. They go play action now. May. He's going to let this one go deep. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
Buying time to his left. And he is going to have the 1st down as he's up to his own 13-yard line. 5 yards on the scramble, and that's enough to pick up the 1st.
He's a talented runner, and that means he's always looking for bigger and bigger gains when he takes off. Certainly found some bonus yards there beyond the 1st down marker, and this early drive will continue with that extra jolt from his legs.
He's up to the 20 as he'll take this up to the 22-yard line. So the completion results there in 9 yards, and they'll have a 2nd and 1 forthcoming. And they go play action with May. Now this completes a Polk. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down.
2nd and short, that's a rundown, so it's definitely a good time to go play action if you're feeling it. And they do so and pick up a 1st down.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll run it. This is Ramondre Stevenson. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40. Ball on the 40 now. Here's a 2nd and 9. Throwing here is May. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on. 3rd down. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. From the gun on 3rd down is May. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete.
Well, they've moved the ball okay here in these first 2 drives, but this one's going to, again, amount to nothing. They've got to start dialing up some plays that allow them to finish drives with points.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Here's Jones on the return. It'll be a 44-yard punt, 6 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Chicago works their way back onto the field here for their 2nd drive of the game. They've got some stuff to build on from that last drive because they moved the football, CD, and then they tried to go for it on 4th down, didn't convert, probably left a bitter taste in their mouths.
I would say so, and I think that they go out in this series determined for that not to happen again. In fact, they don't even want to get to a 4th down opportunity. They just want to make sure they get it done within the parameters that they've set for themselves. Run their offense, get it into the end zone. Yeah, I think a little bit of determination and a dash of anger.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. Here's a handoff to Swift running left. And he gets it to the 32, good enough for a 1st down. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
A 4-yard pickup on the play. 1st down air.
No score after 1 on EA Sports. The Bears with the football. We get set to begin quarter number 2 as they've got it with a 1st and 10. To throw, Williams. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. A Chicago 1st down there on a gain of 11. Here's Williams. That's complete. Rome Odunze. From just across the midfield stripe, here's 2nd and 3. Looking to throw is Williams. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Cole Kmet. It'll be a pickup of 4, good enough to earn him yet another 1st down. This is Swift on the counter. 51 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down, and as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
To the air, Williams. To the left side, into the hands of Odunze. That one good for 7 as this long drive continues, and the chains move again. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Swift going to try up the middle, and he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That was a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
He'll get that complete to his tight end, Kmet. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. Throwing is Williams. That's complete to Swift out of the backfield. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4. Well, this has been a good march down the field, but now they're stuck looking at a 2nd and 14. Looking to throw. Williams. Open man is Kmet, the tight end. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9. Again, he'll drop to throw. And that ball incomplete, nearly intercepted. Took a chance with that one. It'll lead to a 4th down. On is Santos for the Bears field goal. This from 36 yards out. Santos' kick is up and through, and it's 3-0. The Bears hit the scoreboard first. Well, in a close game like this, obviously you want the touchdown, but certainly they will take the 3.
And they'll be okay with that, but let's throw a little credit to the defense as well. And I'm just glad this doesn't come down to a debate, right? Which side won, partner? Because the defense, hey, we didn't give up the touchdown. The offense, hey, we put 3 on the board. Either way you look at it, I think both sides gained something out of that drive.
The Patriots offense now, they worked their way back onto the field. This one a little slow to get cooking. Just a 3-0 scoreline as they begin with a 1st and 10. Here's May. And this one nearly picked off. Well, kind of surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but get away it does, and it's 2nd down. From the gun, it's Stevenson. And he'll scratch out a yard up to the 30, and that's all.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
Looking to throw, May. And that'll be complete to Stevenson. And he'll be brought down at the 34, well short of the 1st down marker. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down. Here's Bryce Behringer on now to punt. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. That'll be a 41-yard punt, 4 yards there on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. Well, let's shine the spotlight on the former Georgia Bulldog, DeAndre Swift, who's set to begin this next drive. And it may just be the 2nd quarter, but he's in his zone, well on his way to eclipsing that 100-yard mark.
And when a back has a game, as we're witnessing right now, his name's going to be in the books, but it's really a collective deal, isn't it? Because that means he's getting plenty of blocking, a lot of help from his teammates, but he's making the most of it.
Yeah, he's made the most of it to this point. Still a few inches short of a 1st down as they come up now on 2nd down. They will run straight ahead with Swift, and he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a 1st.
2 yards off the play. And the Bears 1st down.
This is Homer. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Here's a 2nd and 8.
They suspected that it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on 1st down.
And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a 3rd and about 4 more for a 1st. Back to throw. Williams. That is caught. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a pickup of 10 and a Bears 1st down.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. 1st down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
But they're certainly not neglecting their run duties as well as they ate up the blockers in front and allowed the secondary to get home.
From the gun, here's Williams. He'll get this into the hands of Adunze. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive. This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4. 2nd quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. 25 yards the pickup there, and also a first down.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that first. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Rome Odunze, a 14-yard touchdown. And they are able to add on to their advantage. And on this play, he just made a great route. The quarterback had to deliver it, sure, but a great route run there.
And, Brandon, this is what the best receivers do. They work on their route running, because it's one thing to have athletic ability, but to really get open, you have to set up defensive backs with different routes and be precise in your cuts.
Santos able to tack on the extra point, and the lead grows to 10-0. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. New England trying to get to place on offense. Nothing for them yet from an offensive standpoint, down 10-zip as they come up 1st and 10. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete. As we thought they might do here in week 2 of the preseason, they'd left their starting quarterback out there for this second quarter, but I would imagine we will not see him after halftime.
Yeah, this is the time of year you've got to get your backup some reps and make sure you protect your starting quarterback.
The throw here right sideline falls incomplete.
A lot of incompletions on 1st and 2nd down. It certainly seems like a reflection of what we've seen so far in this game. The defense, quicker to the punch so far. Let's see if they can get something going here on 3rd down.
And he stopped up short of the first as they tackle him down at about the 36. Now a timeout called for by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's Bryce Behringer now. Here's Jones. It'll go as a 42, make it a 43-yard punt, 6 on the return, and the Bears take over. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
To throw, it's Williams. Throw right side, taken in by Odunze. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. 3rd and 5. Looking to throw. Williams. They'll try and set up the screen to Swift. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here comes the Bears punter now. Back deep for New England is Marcus Jones. It's a return of 5 following a punt of 42 yards. And the Patriots take over. 1st and 10 here. And, you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a 1-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there. And it's 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 10 at the 30-yard line.
To throw, it's May. Over the middle and hauled in by Osborne. Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. They'll throw with May. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Throwing left sideline there, but it's incomplete. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. To the air, May. Pass taken in by his big tight end. The Patriots will take their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. Right back to Henry, and Henry's got it again. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. That's to the right sideline, and it falls incomplete.
So now here in the second week of the preseason, you'd expect the starters to play a little bit more than they did in week 1, but not a whole lot.
So if you're an offensive coordinator, what are you looking for?
What you're looking for is things getting cleaned up as you go along, because most of your playbook's probably installed. How well are they handling it? Easy in and out of the huddle, no mental mistakes? Are they starting to look like a good offensive football team?
Well, still trailing here, but they do get the late field goal. Now their defense will try to keep this score right where it is heading into the locker room.
Yeah, and trailing it to break, you obviously don't want to go in off of a negative play. Give them credit for that one. Finding a way to put points on the board, give them any type of a spark, anything to build off of as they try and plan a comeback.
And that one incomplete, but now a penalty flag coming in late. That might be PI. So that PI call will give him one more play.
And it'll be an untimed play as well. Now the half will end after this one, unless there's another defensive penalty.
Williams now. A final shot before break. Trying to lob it in there, but it's incomplete. So we reach halftime with the visiting Bears out on top here. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando. That's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thank you very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in just a minute. Week 2 of the preseason is upon us. Each team now with just one more game after this one, and then we will get it all started as we normally do on the first Thursday after Labor Day. In our game, the defenses look to be ready for the regular season. Maybe not the offenses just yet, but still a half to go as we get you back out to Brandon Gaudin.
And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. Well, the Bears offense set to go to begin the third quarter. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see one or two guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Again, it's Johnson. He'll be tackled shy of the 35. Shifty footwork gets him a little extra on the play. An extra corner comes on now for the Patriots D on 3rd down. A first throw for the backup, Wilson. And he goes down. It's a Patriots sack. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
That would be exactly what they were looking for coming out to start the third quarter. Get a sack, get off the field, get the momentum going in their direction.
Get the ball back to your offense, right? Get that momentum because, hey, this lead is very, very slim. Here comes the Bears punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. And a fair catch called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a first down.
Has not been a big game for him throwing the football. I think he feels like, let's try something different. Let's use the legs here and see if we can make some plays.
And no passing touchdowns, yardage not where he would like it. Try something new, it worked there. And fights through one man. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on third down. To throw is Milton. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 31-yard line. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that earns him a fresh set of downs.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
Yeah, they were right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. And he gets stopped up at the 31 after a gain of maybe a yard. From the 31, here's a second down and 9. And they'll go right back to Evans. And down inside the 15 he goes. 17 yards there for the Patriots as they've got themselves a first down. The running game fully in sync, 1-11 on that play.
And sometimes it comes from the offensive coordinator, understanding what he thinks the defense is going to do and dialing up the perfect play.
And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. A 14-yard touchdown. And the Patriots are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. So a strong drive here to lead off this third quarter. That has them an extra point away from tying things up.
And, partner, this is pretty much what they envisioned when they were sitting there in the locker room thinking about getting things going to start here in the third quarter. Getting out there, a field goal would have been fine. But going ahead and scoring here, an extra point away from tying things up, that's exactly how they drew it up on the board.
Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And we are even at 10 apiece. So that drive in total 8 plays. And it's finished off by a Pats touchdown. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Bears offense now getting ready to take over. We got a brand new ball game, all even after that last touchdown. So every drive now becoming a little more critical here in the second half. They begin the drive with Johnson. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 52 yards rushing for him now. He's only carried the ball 4 times. They stay on the ground on first with Johnson. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. The defense was ready for the run-pass option, diagnosed it perfectly.
Not only did they stack him up at the point of attack, but he's met by a host of light-colored jerseys.
Now it's Wilson. They'll find Everett there, complete. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. 3rd and 7 now.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate. Now that's a quarterback who's in charge out there right now. Wants to throw the ball on 3rd down, doesn't find anyone open, tucks it away, takes off, and picks up the first down. Not by a little, but by plenty.
To throw is Wilson. Steps away to his left. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. 23 yards on the tuck and run.
I think the last 2 plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy because you know he can throw the football, but how about his use of legs as well, what we call those broken plays? You can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those 2 that you just mentioned, a microcosm really of how he can hurt you. Now Wilson working the middle here. That's complete to Everett, the tight end. So the completion good for just 3, and it'll be 2nd down. Up the middle, Johnson. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Bears have taken the lead.
Sometimes you get a first and goal and you're back near the 7, 8, 9-yard line, and you start thinking, maybe we'll run it here on first down to get half of what we need, so maybe we can have 2 or 3 shots at going for it from closer range. So this is a bonus right here. What a great run to work his way into the end zone.
Santos with the extra point, and that makes it a 17-10 score. So that drives 7 plays in length, and in the end it's capped off by a 7-yard run. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Patriot offense now set to come back out onto the field. They find themselves down 17-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. Up past the 30, 2nd down coming up.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here, and what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up the touchdown.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Patriot first down.
Well, how many times do we say in this game is speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways. In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary, and that led to a really nice gain.
It's 2nd and 8 at the 43-yard line.
Here's Milton now to throw. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down.
Oh, partner, just a second earlier, and they might have had him because they certainly thought they were going to close in and drop him behind the line of scrimmage, but he had just enough time to dodge the pressure, and he ends up getting yardage before being stopped.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 34-yard line. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. You're watching preseason football on EA Sports. Back now in Foxborough. It's Patriot football, but they trail here as we begin the 4th quarter. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Here's 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Now Milton. Short throw into the hands of Jordan. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 19. 15 yards there on the catch and run.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Now flags come in. Looked like one of the Patriots might have moved.
Ball start.
And maybe they were coming with a blitz that time and it caused a jump.
I think if we saw it, you know that they saw it. Might have been a little discussion down there. Bad guys coming. Pick them up. Pick them up. And someone jumped.
Over the middle, complete. It's Osborne. They get 14 yards, but not enough for the first down due to the previous penalty. 2nd down and a little more than a yard here. Here's a handoff to Evans out of the gun. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. He can muster only a yard there, and they'll be left with a 3rd and very short. To throw, it's Milton. Looking for Thornton, and he's got him. Touchdown, New England. A 9-yard touchdown there. And the Pats are an extra point away from tying this game here in the fourth. But we are set up for a fantastic finish now. A fourth-quarter touchdown here. We're an extra point away from a tie football game.
And I know they're thinking about possibly going for 2, but I'd go ahead and kick this one and just get it back to level.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the fourth. Boy, what a start to the week this has been. All tied fourth quarter as the kick's away. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The Chicago offense set to get started. They no longer have the lead after that last touchdown. All tied up in the fourth quarter. And a chance for this offense to mount a potential game-winning drive right here. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 69 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
And his throw here's incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make second down, second and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38. The offense on third down tonight, 5 out of 9 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Throwing is Wilson. The Pats are going to get there. Down he goes. Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders. Tell you what, he did not have much time there to scan the field before he was ducking and covering.
Did it appear to you, as it did to me, that the defensive front won their play really quickly? Meaning the guys in front of them had almost no chance to block them. They were on him in a hurry.
So a change of possession here on the punt. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. Excellent job by their defense to force the punt and provide them with this opportunity, all tied in the fourth quarter. Throwing is Milton. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
That would have been a nice one to hit on in a tie game. You start to think that one big play, maybe the next big play, could turn out to be the game winner. They took the big shot, but it winds up incomplete.
Got his man complete over the middle. That's Osborne. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down.
Well, this is where reading defenses and practice time comes into play. You've got to know what you're running versus zone versus man and how to run the proper route. And they just executed that one pretty well.
Here's Milton. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
Partner, for once in my life, I'll be succinct. In a one-possession game, every single stop like that could be a difference maker.
Milton. And his throw is incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. And almost, but not quite. Needed 10. He got 9. 4th down.
And that's a play that's not uncommon on 3rd and long because the offense is just hoping that somehow they can get a guy in space and follow some blockers downfield. Does a pretty nice job there getting a few yards, but he ends up getting stopped before he can get the first down.
And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? At about the 18-yard line, it looks like. The Bears offense and their running back getting set to go once more. And he has put in a full game's work and then some. Just an incredible performance on the ground to this point in the fourth quarter. This pass on target, Velus Jones with it. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 25 yards that time.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play Never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field, and here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Here's Wilson to throw. Left side, got Jones. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. 2nd down and 6 now. Play action. It's Wilson. Looking left sideline, incomplete.
But based on the play we just saw there, he might not be the guy you want to challenge in coverage on these all-important snaps. He certainly looks dialed in right now.
Now Wilson. And this pass broken up. And the contact well-timed there, and now 4th down.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. And the Patriot offense back out, getting set to go. The defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Milton over the middle, complete. It's Osborne. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. A give up the middle to Evans. And he's got it across midfield and into Bear territory. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the Bears.
They'll stay on the ground. Evans again. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. A field goal from this spot likely out of the question. They've got to get closer here on 3rd down. In motion, the tight end. On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here. And he will have 1st down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. 4 yards on the pickup, good enough to extend the drive. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And oh, that nearly their first pick of the game, but it falls down to the ground, incomplete. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Milton. His throw incomplete.
Nowadays, quarterbacks don't mind throwing into coverage because of the confidence they have in their receivers to come down with the ball. But sometimes you have to be careful you don't get too confident and throw an interception.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down. The Patriots send out their punter as he'll come on to kick for a 6th time tonight. And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line. Here's 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
That was a pretty good job defensively to hold him to a 2-yard run, but I've got to think this offensive line, they're asking their quarterback for a different type of a run, one that they rely on, one they have confidence in, one they feel like they can block.
A quick throw there is incomplete. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. And they're facing a big 3rd down now in this tie ball game. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down. 4th down now defensively. Charles, you know, they're just asking this crew for one more stop.
and you know that they're feeling the momentum right now, but they have to be very careful not to get over-exuberant, overexcited, and blow an assignment and give up the big first down.
The Pats offense and their big play wideout getting ready to get back to work. And he's looking to finish strong. He has been the star of the show as they have just had absolutely no answers for him defensively. This is 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Milton. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. Now 2nd down and a few inches. This one caught by Osborne, right side. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Here's 1st down. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. Now a timeout called for by the defense as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. Now the Bears will use their 3rd and final timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. They'll run here with Evans. And a short pickup there down to about the 9.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Now, what's the thinking here? Because a touchdown would be nice, but you've ensured yourself a chance at 3 in the lead, so how worried are you about the 6?
You're not very worried about if you're confident in your kicker. And if you got a kicker who can put it through the post, you feel really good about trying to bleed that clock down. In an ideal scenario, your kicker puts it through the post as the clock hits zeros.
So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps him inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
Well, this one, partner, was fun down to the very end. They got the points late, right before the whistle. Then the ensuing kickoff. They were hoping for magic on the other side, but couldn't get that spark.
Fun if you won, and fun for us, because we got to watch it and call it. That magic that you were talking about didn't occur at the end, but what a game all the way through.
So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. The Patriots winners here at home as we say so long from Foxborough.